you for joining, kids. Shrihan, you can start your screen share and present.
Okay, present.
Good. Yes, I can
now. Good morning, ma'am. I'm Shir Sisdev of class 7B, and today I shall present a fact file on the military policies of Shesha Suri.
Correct.
To begin with, let me introduce Shesha Suri. Shesha Suri, 1486 to 1545, birth name Farid Khan, but also known as Sher Khan, was the founder of short-lived Pashtun Suri or Sur kingdom in the Indian subcontinent, with its capital at Delhi.
Correct.
Many of us may don't know that initially Shesha worked in the army of Babur. Shesha had worked for some time in the army of Babur. This enabled him to familiarize with the strength and weaknesses of the Mughal army. Let us see how strong was the army. Shesha maintained a strong standing army at the center like Alauddin Khilji. His army included 150,000 cavalry, 25,000 infantry, 3,000 war elephants, and a part of artillery. He was personally involved in recruiting his soldiers. He did not depend on the Jagirdars for the supply of soldiers whenever needed by the Sultan. He maintained a direct link and made them direct loyal to him and not through Jagirdars. He recruited mostly Afghan soldiers from every part of the country and also from Afghanistan and gave them important posts in the army. He had supplementary armies. Let us see what is a supplementary army. Besides the standing army under the direct command of the Sultan, provincial governors, nobles, and subordinate rulers were also allowed to maintain their separate armies. His military strategies. Shesha was efficient in adopting successful war tactics. He believed in the maxim everything is fair in love and war. One most important rule in his army was discipline. According to Conan Go, the severe discipline in Shesha's camp turned a raw recruit into a seasoned veteran. If I share my views, I would say his military policies were good because he maintained discipline in the army. He used to keep them happy by paying them regularly in cash. He used to maintain detailed records of his soldiers. He used to brand the horses to prevent theft. To conclude, let us see the policies that can be implemented now. We can pay our soldiers good amount of money to keep them motivated. We can maintain detailed records of our soldiers to ensure their regular presence. Thank you.
Okay, good. Good, Shrihan. Points are all absolutely fine. So my question to you, Shrihan, firstly tell me which were the battles fought between Sher Shah and Humayun? Shrihan, what battles were fought between Sher Shah and Humayun? Battle of with C. With C. Chausa and
Chosha and actually I don't know.
Battle of Chausa and Battle of Kannauj. Revise. Okay. So if you revise, you will get to see this. So Chausa
Okay.
and Kannauj. Can you tell me, so why do you think, okay, first your views, who do you think was a better military person? Humayun or Sher Shah?
Kesha.
Sher Shah. Can you give me two reasons? Why you think Sher Shah was better than Humayun in comparison?
He was better than Humayun because he had he had uh he had a part of artillery and
Was he a better commander? Means could he manage the army better than Humayun?
yes.
Okay. And one more question is, he used to put a stamp on the horses so that, okay, why did he used to put a stamp on the horses?
To prevent theft.
To prevent theft. So do you think it was a clever policy?
Yes.
See, so this way, so these policies make him as a very good military person as well. Thank you, Shrihan. I move to Shaptajit. Shrihan, keep it up. Share more, talk. I don't have any problem. I'll help you out. Yes.
Shisha's administrative aspect in trade and commerce. Shisha adopted the principle that the duty of a monarch was not to simply maintenance of peace and order but to attempt for the welfare of his subjects. He therefore consistently tried to do good to the peasants, traders, soldiers and all his subjects. That is why he could succeed in his administration in a short time. Steps taken by Shesha to promote trade and commerce. The following measures were adopted by Shesha to promote trade and commerce. Introduction of new currency. The currency system at the time of Shesha's accession to the throne was in a hopeless condition. Debasing the coins is common. There was no fixed ratio between the coins of various metals. The coins of various governments were allowed to circulate at the same time and they created a lot of confusion. Shesha introduced a new coin called Dam and his silver rupee and copper dam at the quarters. It's sixth. He also abolished the old mixed metal currency and names on the currencies given in Devangiri script for the common man to read easily. Gold coins was also introduced. The ratio of exchange between dam and rupee was fixed at 64 to 1.
Okay, next point. Next point. Can you tell me one more thing? Can you tell me something, Shaptajit? This one, Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced a token currency. And Shesha introduced a rupee. Whose policy you think was better? Shesha's rupee or Muhammad bin Tughlaq's token currency?
Shesha's rupee.
Why do you say so?
Because it was standardized.
Correct, because it was standardized with a royal stamp and everything, and nobody could make fake coins. Next point.
Introduction of new weights and measures. In order to check corruption in respect of weights and measures, Shesha introduced new weights and measures which were more dependable. This step also proved quite helpful in promoting trade and commerce. Removing undeserved taxes, Shisha abolished the various duties which were levied at the frontiers of every province. The object was facilitating trade in the country. The only two duties were allowed was the first duty was levied when the goods were brought into the country, and the second was levied when the goods were sold.
Next point. That's it. Next point.
Construction of roads. Sher constructed several roads. The famous Grand Trunk Road connected Shogam in Bengal to Lahore in Punjab, and then to Multan. Another road connected Agra and Chittor. And the third road connected Jodhpur with Agra. And the fourth one connected Lahore with Multan. Shady trees are planted in either side of the road. This would not only help in military movement but also fostered trade.
Yes. My second question: how do you think this, construction of roads helped in trading? How did it foster? Means helped in the growth of trade.
And it helped traders to move faster.
Faster, correct. It helped traders to move faster and go from place to place quickly. Okay, correct.
Construction of rest houses. Inns of rest houses were built every 2 miles as wells were sunk. All these steps greatly promoted trade and commerce. He made separate arrangements of firstly of Hindus and Muslims. These facilities encouraged trade and commerce. Market established in inns. Markets were set up in the inns, and many townships sprang up around these inns, which became great centers of trade. Farmers could easily sell their commodities at these centers. Magnificent Dome of Sheshet Sasam.
At Sasara.
Good dealing with traders. Shesha issued instructions to his officials they should treat the traders and the travelers nicely. They should not harass them. The village headman took the responsibility in case of loss or property of the traders. This greatly helped in increasing trade and commerce. Maintenance of law and order. In keeping with the promotion of trade and commerce, Shesha established law and order in the country. He punished the thieves and dacoits. He was also very strict with Jagidars so that they may not rise in revolt. In this way, law and order was fully established, which greatly facilitated the trade and commerce.
Okay.
The success of Shesha's administration in a short period of his rule was unique and impressive. He ranked among the best administrations of medieval India. He
That's
only
it, Shaptajit. That's it. Thank you. Good. One last question. Can you tell me, if you suppose you are grading A, B, C, D, what grade will you give to Sher Shah's trading policies and why? Any one reason?
A, because
A.
he helped the traders and made it very easy to trade.
Okay, he made trading easier in his kingdom. Thank you, Shaptajit. Very well tried. I'm very happy to see this confident approach while answering. Good. Keep it up. Shrihan also, keep it up. Next, moving to Shirsho.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Do I need to switch on my video, ma'am?
That's okay. You can switch. Shaptajit and Shrihan can leave and go for the next class.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, like my internet is very bad, so.
That's okay. You can keep it off and present as well. No problem. And then Sanjeeta, I'm coming to you.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Wait, hold up.
So this is Shisho, no? Shisho is also presenting.
Yes, ma'am. So this is my project.
Hmm.
And then Ma'am Shesha Shuri, whose original name was Farid Khan, was also the founder of the Suri dynasty. Ma'am, Shesha Shuri was the son of a Jagirdar, but he was neglected by his father and ill-treated by his stepmother. So he left home. So then he successfully challenged the authority of the Mughal Emperor Humayun and drove him out of India and occupied the throne of Delhi. And though his rule lasted for only 5 years, he has organized an excellent administration system. Now, Shesha realized that the importance of a maintenance of a powerful and well-organized army at the very outset of his reign. So he knew that if he didn't make a powerful and well-organized army, anyone can just come in and invade his army, and then he would be at the mercy of the other rulers. He also knew it very well that no empire can prosper on the basis of his civil administration reforms only. Hence, military administration was the need of the day during medieval period. Hence, he not only maintained a vast army at the center like his predecessor Alauddin Khilji, but also introduced some significant reforms in the army. I have included them, we will see them later. He realized the need of a strong army, and in the fight against the Mughals, he relied mostly on the Afghans, whom he invited from different parts of the country and employed them to pistons to suitable everyone's ability. He also declared that he would kill every Afghan who refused to be a soldier. Ma'am, now we will see why Shesha gave so much importance in military administration. Shesha had occupied the throne by the help of his army, so he paid proper attention towards its maintenance. As I said, that he realized the importance of a maintenance of a powerful and well-organized army, and but also introduced some significant reforms of the army. But Shesha's military policies. Shesha maintained a strong standing army at the center like Alauddin Khilji. His army included 150,000 cavalry, 25,000 infantry, and 3,000 war elephants. He recruited mostly Afghan soldiers from every part of the country and also from Afghanistan.
Nouns are starting with a small letter. That just caught my eyes. Okay, continue.
I'll try to avoid that. And also from Afghanistan, and gave them important posts in the army. His cavalrymen, the Afghans, were trusted soldiers, but he also employed soldiers from Hindu and other communities.
Okay, so he did this point. You tell me. Okay, he appointed soldiers from every community. So from this, what can you say about him as a ruler?
Yes, ma'am. He was not like racists or whatever. He was he was not like this, like, oh, Afghan, I am from Afghan, so I will only employ Afghans like people. But he was not like that. Hindu, Muslim, everyone was equal to him. So he was a very just ruler. He gave importance to every man in the country.
Exactly. This is the thing. He was a very just ruler. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And then Shesha paid his soldiers and officials regularly in cash. He maintained a record of his soldiers to prevent corruption. Then he appointed a military official known as Bakshi Lakshar for the help in the military administration. Troops were stationed in almost all the forts and cantonment areas which were situated all over the territory. Shesha introduced Dag and the Chehra system, which was also from Alauddin Khilji. Hold up. The corruption was checked by the Dag system, and every soldier has his own Chehra recorded.
So how did Dag and Chehra prove to be helpful?
Dag and Chehra proved to be helpful because, like, if some kind of spy tried to enter his country, he had already a record. So if anyone went missing, he can easily check the records of this, wherever it is noted down, and he could easily compare the faces, and then the enemy would be caught, right?
Correct. Go ahead to the next points.
So how good or bad
were his military policies?
Yes. Ma'am, though Shesha successfully handled all his rivalry through his efficient military strategies, but ma'am, you know that every coin has two sides, a good side and a bad side. His military policies had also some positive and negative sides.
Emperor Shesha used to pay daily wages to his army men in cash, and this had both positive and negative sides. Positive because his men got cash in hand, and if he didn't give cash, then the soldiers, they would have to sell the thing which the king gave, and then they would get the cash. But every man needs cash in his hand, so if they are in some sort of debt, then they can easily pay it off. They don't have to go through much of a hassle. So this is one positive point. And negative because if they were offered better wages from any rival kingdom, they were easily lured by those lucrative property offers. Spies within the spy system sometimes broke the trust system inside the military system. So, ma'am, everyone wanted to be in the good book of the emperor, and in the process backstabbed their fellow mates, which resulted to the decrease of the army. So this can be a disadvantage as well. Shesha was a very strict ruler of the military systems. This led to his army men being rebellious at times. Why is Shesha so strict like this? Shesha is not giving me any freedom.
Structure being maintained, I understand.
Here are some main instances of Shesha's military strategies. Shesha's diplomatic surrender to Humayun at Chunar Fort. Shesha's false pretense of withdrawing, but sudden attack at Humayun at the Battle of Kannauj. Sowing dissension in Maldives' army by forged letters. Arriving at some sort of understanding with the ruler of Gujarat and keeping Humayun engaged in conflict with him. Raising the cry of jihad to infuse enthusiasm among his soldiers. Going back to his promise with Rajput ruler Puran Mal Chauhan and sudden attack by Shesha on him. Making the best use of Humayun's weakness. So as you can see, he was trying to keep both legs on both boats. Is the saying no? So he was trying to do that.
And it backfired. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Read the opinion. I'll read it. No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shirshu. Good effort. Okay. Keep it up. Okay. You can go to your next class. You have another class then?
Yes, ma'am.
Go. Join. And Sanjita.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you be
Yes, ma'am. My internet is also very low, so can I keep my video off?
Yes,
I'm getting disconnected.
No problem.
Okay, I'm sharing it.
Such a cute picture of you.
Yes, ma'am. It's loading.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. This is the presentation.
Yes, I can.
Introduction. Shesha Suri, the founder of the Sur dynasty, was a great and efficient ruler. Shesha Suri was also one of the greatest administrators of medieval India. Though his rule lasted for only 5 years, but he had organized an excellent administrative system. Under Shesha Suri, the trade and commerce administration was well organized. Today in this presentation, we are going to see some fun facts about Shesha's trade and commerce administration. Fact number 1, Rupiah. Shesha Suri made many efforts to promote trade and commerce by introducing various new ways and measures. He introduced coins of gold, silver, and copper of uniform standards. Perhaps the greatest contribution of Shesha Suri was the introduction of a silver coin, which is known as rupiah of standard weight. This coin weighed 178 grains and was the precursor of the modern rupee. In some countries, rupiah is now also used as
Previous version. Precursor means the previous version of the modern rupee.
yes, ma'am, as used as an official currency. They are India, Indonesia, Maldives, Mauritius, Nepal, Pakistan, Seychelles, and Sri Lanka.
Okay, so my
Fact number
question
2.
to you is, if you compare Sher Shah's rupee with Muhammad bin Tughlaq's bronze currency, that is the token currency, what do you think, which one do you think is better and why?
The Sher Shah Suri's rupiah is better than the token currency of Muhammad bin Tughlaq because Sher Shah's rupiah was standardized and the token currency of Muhammad bin Tughlaq was not standardized. That is why in the period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, there were fake currency, fraud coins were used, and that's why the foreigners refused to trade with India, and that is why
They lost
the
trust in the money.
economic also fell down. Yes, but in rupiah it was standardized. That was okay in trade. That's why. Fact number 2: construction of big roads. In order to connect one part of his empire with the others, Sher Shah Suri got a network of roads constructed. These roads were built by Sher Shah Suri and connected Sonargarh with Attock, Agra with Chittor, Agra with Deccan, and Agra with Multan. Yes. This is the picture of the rupiah, silver coin, and it is now called the rupee. The Grand Trunk Road. The Grand Trunk Road, also known as the GT Road, was first built by the Mauryans. Sher Shah Suri rebuilt the GT Road and made further improvements. The GT Road is one of the Asia's oldest and longest road and connects Kabul with Kolkata. Fact number 4: Sarais. Sarais were spaces where travelers could stay for a considerable period of time. The sarai was a fortified lodging or inn where travelers could pass the night and also keep their goods in these places, with special arrangements made for security. So it became easier for the merchants, traders, and travelers to travel from one part of the country to the another.
Okay, next point.
That's okay. And this is the picture of Sarai, and this is the Grand Trunk Road. Fact number 5: tax. To make the taxation system simple, he abolished all the duties on goods except 2. Only goods brought into the country were charged, and duties were levied on the goods which were sold. These attracted many people to be traders. So after removing...
That's it. I understood. Okay. For the next point, I would like you to explain me, not read it out. How important do you think law and order is to promote trade? What is
law and order? Yes, ma'am. Law and order is very necessary for a country because we can see that crimes and these are very frequent. So to stop these, law and order is very necessary. So Sher Shah Suri had a very strict law and order against the criminals. So in this manner, the traders and the
promoting trade.
Yes, ma'am. In promoting trade, it helped. So the traders could feel secured and they could trade freely. That's why
You can cheat
they
them,
will,
loot them, anything such. If
yes,
somebody does such a thing, they'll be severely punished. Correct. Absolutely.
yes. And this is the picture, trader traveling freely without the fear of being theft. Fact number 7, currency improvement. Sher Shah introduced many reforms in coinage department, as before him coins of mixed alloys were circulating into market, which traders hesitated to accept. Sher Shah struck the coins of fine gold, silver, and copper in place of old coins. The reforms in silver coin were executed in such way that it remained in action even during Mughals and Britishers. And one is also we use now, rupiah. Fact number 8, being respectful to all traders. Sher Shah Suri ordered the officers and other administrative persons to tackle the traders and other travelers in proper way and ordered them not to be harsh towards them. He also told them to be respectful to all traders, whether he or she is a Muslim or a Hindu. This way the traders were not angry and encouraged others to do trading. Ma'am, this is the coin of pure gold coins called Moors, introduced by Sher Shah Suri. Conclusion. These were some measures took by Sher Shah Suri to improve trade and commerce. All such measures prove that Sher Shah Suri was not a selfish ruler and also aimed for the well-being of his subjects. It is said that Sher Shah Suri was the first ruler who attempted to found an empire broadly based upon people's will.
It's people's well-being. Okay. Thank you, Sanjita. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, these are the
It's fine.
policies.
I'll go through this much is fine for present.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. You can go and join your next class because it's already late otherwise. Bye-bye.
No, ma'am, I don't have a class now.
Oh, okay. So why, what do they have right now?
Hindi class, I think it's going on. French class, it's
Later on. Okay. Thank you, Sanjita. Thank you. Bye-bye.